4 and 5. Like that. And then up from here. Maybe I should put some lights underneath here too so we can see that more clearly. Oh, I need to count how many blocks we have here. Set up a module. Let's stick that there for now so we can see what's going on. And then up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Right. 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 and 3. So that is what I'm thinking will be the envelope for the central hall. I'm just marking out the volume here, Wesley, and of course if you have any comments or disagreements or suggestions, feel free to do some stuff. And then on the outside, probably have just like a side bit out here at the lower level even. So even like, that's too low, even like there. I didn't break anything, right? So there, up to there, and there's enough room here for some cool flying buttresses, possibly. If I can be really picky, go on. Like, feel free to just like, I'm just marking out what I think the volume will end up being. Everything can be negotiated. The entrance arch top is 2 blocks wide. Okay. Are you gonna like move it in by 1 block? Is that what you want to do? What do you want to do? You want to make a point here, but track is an even number. Yeah, but I mean, okay, I mean it's a little bit asymmetrical around the track. So either go to 1 block of 3 blocks. I wasn't really planning for it to be symmetrical around the track. I was just like making it wide enough to fit the platform and things. You wanna mark out? Do you wanna make it symmetrical with the track? Like, we can. In fact, it's not that hard, is it? If you just pull this out by another block out to here. Alright, well, okay, you do that then. Since it's your great idea, I'm gonna let you be the master here. If we pull this out by 1 block, and then we pull this out by 1 block like this, then we end up with, yeah, like that. Kind of. Yeah? 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 Alright, well. Alright, Wesley, now your job is to move everything on this side over by a block. Alright, congratulations. What a great idea. In the meantime, let me mark out. I'll help you in a little bit. Let me just mark out this shape here first. It does seem familiar. And it seems like every time like I mark out the thing, and then it turns out it's better off being one block over. Let's let's put that there and put this here. So this side we don't need to go in there. I should probably like put some lights on here. Let me just put some lights on here so we can see what's going on. I mean, it's probably, yeah, you're probably right. It's probably cooler if it's just like symmetrical on the tracks. And it is only one block. Then we have to move everything. Alright, so this goes in 1, 2, oops, too much. And then 1, 2, 3. Wait, is this wrong? Oh no, this is wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. Does it mean it's taller in the middle now? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2. Maybe just 2. In the middle there. Let's break that. Place it with that. And then we go 1, 2, 3 like that. 1, 2, 3. 3, 3, 3, and like 2 probably. Consider making a pointy. I'm not sure if it really needs to be that pointy, because like Gothic arch, it kind of curves in a little, the Gothic arch, and then it has a little pointed thing. It curves into a point. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Oh, this is not changed yet. So you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 2. Right, like that. Can't really see what's going on here. All glowstone is temporary. Oh wait, this is supposed to be one block back. I mean, might as well just leave the fill-in because it's supposed to be a balcony anyway. Oh, I need to count how many blocks we have out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 35, it is amenable to modules of 5. So we might like go for the 5 block module again. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we might like extend, or I have like a corner. By the way, are you familiar with Habitat 67 by any chance? Habitat 67. It sounds familiar, but I don't remember what it is. Alright, let me look it up. Habitat 67. Oh, it's this one. It's the it's the boxes. It's the pile of boxes. Yes. Well, I'm not familiar with it, but I've seen it before. Okay. What do you want to tell me about Habitat 67? I have heard of it. I had a question from Helena, okay. She's working on a project for school about it. Well, I don't think I can tell you anything that she can't find, like, in a book. I don't know it that well. But go on. She has to design a pavilion. Based on how the habitat is built. How on earth are you supposed to do that? Wait, but it's like a pile of boxes. Aren't pavilions usually quite simple with big shaped box? With big shaped blocks. I mean, here's the thing. You have to consider like human scale, right? Like in the Habitat 67. Oh, actually, maybe we should put it on the screen since we're discussing it. All right, let's take a break from spooky architecture and transition to chatting about architecture. So in the background there, that's Habitat 67 for anyone who's not familiar. She has to design a pavilion, but the thing is, like, the size of each of these units, if we open this up, like, this is like the size of a pavilion, or maybe 2 or 3 of these is the size of a pavilion. This is like a room. You can imagine there's a bedroom in there or something, maybe like a bedroom and a toilet, possibly, or like a lounge. And so each of these is like an apartment or a little studio apartment. And so if you're building a pavilion for actual people to walk into, the pavilion itself can't be any smaller than maybe like 3 or 4 of those blocks. And if you like just shrink the whole thing down so that people can't actually fit into the rooms anymore, I mean, you can make it like a scale model of Pavilion 67, but it doesn't make any sense because it's not habitable, because then each of the rooms are too small. And then if you like maybe knock the walls and the floors out so that you can actually walk inside it, then that still doesn't make sense, because why would you have this shape if the people don't fit into it? She's using smaller block now, but shaped as parallelograms. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's just the skewed rectangles. It's one of these things that don't make a lot of sense if you scale it. If you scale it down, it doesn't make sense. If you scale it up, it also doesn't really make sense either, because as I said, each of those rectangles is an apartment. An apartment is a specific size because you have like a bed and a kitchen and a toilet, and then you have people inside. But she's stuck on how to shape it to look like a pavilion. Well, a pavilion is just space, isn't it? It's just like an open space to display things. Is that the kind of pavilion that we're talking about? A pavilion is kind of just like a gallery space. How do you shape it to look like a pavilion? What is the scale of the project? Yeah, it has to have 3 separate rooms. Okay. So the parallelograms that she's working with, is she gonna have like 3 boxes? Is that what's going on? Or at most maybe like 6 boxes, and then you kind of walk through, or maybe like 2 of the boxes forms one space. I mean, I think it'll be interesting if she has at least like a bridging over, because this is the fun part, right? Is when you bridge over and there's a gap in the building. Yeah, it has to have 3 separate rooms. One big open shape with 3 elevations is what she had last I saw. Okay. One big open shape with 3 elevations. I mean, I would be inclined to just like have 2 boxes apart and then stack one on top of them so that it forms a little arch thing. Is what I would be inclined to do. Of course, it's not as interesting. Is there also an exterior? Does she also have to design the landscape in the exterior as well? It might be worthwhile to also design the exterior so that you have the 3 rooms, but then the exterior also completes the shape, as it were. Because you don't just look at the building, you also look at the negative space. So the gap in between the boxes is also important. The building just has to look based on the habitat. Okay, I mean it's not, I don't think it's too hard. I think that sounds reasonable. And also don't forget the details. I mean, if we look at it at this scale, like okay, it's a bunch of boxes, but remember there's like little details too. If we zoom in on some parts of it, like you have like railings and balconies, for example. So like each of these is a balcony and there's railings on the balcony. What other details can we see? So like little like windows, little nooks and crannies, maybe like little seating spaces and balconies, those are also important. So it's like it's not just boxes, is what I'm trying to say. There's like tiny little overhangs. Wesley says the building just has to look like the habitat, so big prefab blocks shaping the building. Okay. Also, you need to think about circulation too, like how do people go up and down between the spaces on the inside? I don't think it's too hard, Wesley. I mean, I can imagine what I would do. Is Helena stuck on something? Like, is there a specific problem that she can't solve, or... I think it's complex enough just to like have 3 boxes stacked on top of each other, and then you work out all the little nooks and crannies and spaces and stairs and circulation. Well, the shape she's creating is not looking good. Or the way the shapes add to each other. I mean, she didn't... Look, usually the thing we worry about is that the building looks like a penis or something. You know when you build a skyscraper and you accidentally make a giant penis? Like, if it doesn't look like a giant penis, maybe it's fine. I mean, what is the problem with the... Maybe it's just landscaping. Yeah, no, it's censored. See, even Minecraft says no penises. Maybe it's just a matter of